the red side. And honestly, it's a tough call between these three guys on the blue side. But you know what? Gotta do it. Never mind that shit. Here comes Mongo. So let's go ahead and let the internet know we're here.
Hi.
Shit. Probably do the same on Facebook and then close Facebook. Oh, that's weird. They're not letting me tag people and post on Facebook anymore. Seems fucked up. Let's see here. Yeah, doesn't seem to let me do that. That's how it's gonna go. Man, it really is the thing that websites are only allowed to get worse over time. You know what's happening, Blake? Appreciate you stopping by. Let's see, I can close this, and I can close this, so that way... Chrome is not just devouring all my fucking RAM, as an internet browser likes to do. Man, honestly, when WWE did their fucking Black Monday bullshit, probably should have featured Jesse Ventura on my show as the man that would get himself blacklisted from the WWF for trying to start a union. But, as I said before the match, never mind that shit, because here comes Mongo. Although Mongo is getting just rocked by Jesse the Body Ventura. actually could probably build a trios team just of pro wrestlers that have held public office. So I know there's that one guy in Japan who had a career as a senator and wore his mask, crucially, for his entire political career. I think they do that in Mexico, too. Yeah, I remember watching or listening to a podcast where they talk about old wrestling, and one of the things brought up when they were talking about one match in particular is like, all right, how many people in this match have run for public office and how many have succeeded? And I think it was like half of a six-man tag match had run for public office, and I think one or two of them did succeed. But it's kind of like I mentioned in the group chat too, is wrestlers are natural fits for politicians. And I mean that in the worst way, to be clear. Oh, I have accidentally left interference on, so here's Earthquake. Which actually makes the pre-show match a little bit more exciting, if I'm being honest. So it looks like it is 80s WWF versus 90s WCW if anybody comes in to help Mongo. Although Mongo did also work for WWF in the 90s. Damn! He just got fucked on. So I think he was a valet in WrestleMania 9, if I'm not mistaken. Also, don't really remember Jesse Ventura's career in the 80s, largely due to the fact that I was not born yet. So I kind of only remember him as a politician, and damn! Never mind that shit. So I have no idea if this is a particularly convincing Jesse the Body Ventura. Mongo, another person that I don't really know a lot about as a wrestler. Despite him being a wrestler while I was alive, like I'm mainly aware of him today from memes of his very small dog that he would keep with him on commentary. Oh shit. Eddie Guerrero coming in to back Mongo up. Yeah, it really is WCW versus WWF. Yeah, remember Mongo's very small dog and how, like, never mind that shit, here comes Mongo is just a regular staple in Botchamania. Alright, well, That was a lot of sound and fury signifying nothing. That has got to be it after all of that. Yep. Mongo. But that is going to do it here, at least for the pre-show match. I see a couple people already filed into the stands. As I mentioned in my post advertising the show, got a bit of a special program for you guys tonight. So let's not waste any time getting to that. Everybody get on your feet, make some noise for another edition of Blake's House Professional Wrestling. Welcome, Blake's House wrestling fans. If you were tuned in last week, you saw a #1 contender be decided for the Judgement Pro Wrestling Championship. Well, as it turns out, this week we are having an entire show dedicated to the Judgement Pro Wrestling stable. That means JPW pulling out all the stops. We are broadcasting this entire program from the JPW Arena. Of course, that does mean some changes for tonight's program. As opposed to Maglo holding down the fort in the Maglo Open Challenge, the Gatekeeper going to live up to his name and shut down any and all comers in Gatekeeper's Open Challenge on tonight's program. Of course, you saw the match card right before this. We're going to be opening things up with some SWA rules action. Jackal, we have not seen in a little while. Going to be competing in SWA rules action against Ramon, but what you guys are waiting for, tonight's main event. Blake's House hometown hero, Josh Kaiser, going to be going head-to-head up against...
Better watch your back, man. After tonight, the whole of Blake's House, JPW, and the NWO will know that you're a fraud.
I don't know exactly what I just saw there. I believe that was a message of some kind, but from who? Clearly somebody has a bone to pick with A-Man. Almost certainly the Cyborg, who has been a thorn in his side week in and week out, but right now we're getting into our opening contest as Jackal entering in SWA rules action. As you can see, Ramon trying to get back into this cross-discipline style. We saw him last week going head-to-head against Drew Serpa. He is very interested in increasing his grappling ability, taking on all comers in this discipline. And the submission specialist of Judgement Pro Wrestling, Jackal, is one hell of an opponent to test your skills against. Jackal, of course, also one of the pillars in the Def Jam Fight for New York Fighting League as well. And we have got a tournament coming up next week. And you will be seeing the ticker scroll by in your chat program if you are following along live, where you can find some details about that. But right now, let's go ahead and stay focused on the match at hand, as right now, Jackal, the more experienced grappler, going to be outmaneuvering Ramon, but Ramon, this man is tougher than a $2 steak. He is going to fight on for as long as it takes, and right now battling back. Where he lacks in grappling technique, he certainly makes up for it in all heart. SWA rules action, of course. That is where mixed martial arts goes head-to-head with professional wrestling. Of course, you can win this contest by pinfall, submission, or your opponent's failure to rise to the referee's 10 count. Ramon swinging for the fence with that dropkick doesn't find its mark, and now they're slugging it out with Jackal in the center of the ring. And Ramon coming out on top in this exchange.
Give up. Give up.
Big cross chop. And there's that pro wrestling discipline from Ramon at work here.
Give up. Give up. Give up.
Of course, this format, of course, dating back to some legendary exhibitions of the 70s and 80s. Hold on, what is Ramon? Oh my God, devastating buckle bomb. And big atomic drop. Jackal is on the ropes here. Once again, going for that leaping facebuster, doesn't find its mark. And a pile driver plants Jackal to the mat, and Mario starting his first count officially of this match. That will be the first scored knockdown, and Ramon, typically a late starter, getting things going out the gate rather quickly in this contest. He almost certainly took that loss to heart several weeks ago. Hold on just a moment here. Ramon just absolutely flattening Jackal to the mat once again. This is not at all what I was expecting coming into this contest, as Jackal was certainly the favored competitor in this mixed martial arts discipline. Ramon taking a moment to breathe as he sends Jackal to the outside. Jackal will be permitted to come back into the ring. But thus far, this match has been all Ramon. Mario once again starting another 10 count.
4, 5.
Yeah, Ramon coming off that trios loss. A changed man, possibly. And you've got to figure his initial run in the mixed martial arts division a big factor in why he wants to redeem himself here. That palm strike absolutely shutting Jackal down once again. Ramon fired into the corner. But springs right back out. Hold on, he has done the deal. Nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow, but Jackal somehow getting a shoulder off the mat. Big Rana from Jackal, and now Jackal starting to battle back, but the seconds are ticking away at the end of this round, and hold on. Is this octopus hold from Ramon? I have never seen him perform that hold before. As I said, he's certainly switching his style up a little bit, trying to figure out how he can make a difference in this division.
Give up. Give up.
Hold on, double arm. Oh my God. Stormbreaker from Jackal, and now Jackal starting to work the arm. Jackal is Judgement Pro Wrestling submission specialist. The first man in their stable to really take a... Hold on just a moment here. Ramon hitting Jackal with his own flying head scissors. And Mario will start the count. That will be the first knockdown of the second round. As I was saying just moments ago, Jackal, the first member of the Judgement Pro Wrestling stable, interested in that mixed martial arts division. Hold on just a moment here. Gotch style neutralizer. And going for the cover, 2. Count 2. Oh, shining Insagiri, and Ramon once again in total control. Oh, now Jackal, big knee bar here. It is over 10 minutes into this contest. Hold on. Ooh, possibly going for another Stormbreaker, but unable to connect. Oh, flying armbar. This is the game plan I was expecting from Jackal. Going to work the limbs, trying to wear down his opponent. And Ramon has, or rather, Ramos has proven Ramon can be submitted. This man is not as invulnerable as we once believed, and Jackal going to attempt to do the same here as he gets to his feet at just the last possible moment, taking every second of the referee's 10 count. But hold on. That dropkick buried in the chest of Jackal is going to be enough. As Mario calling this contest a technical knockout for Ramon. And that is another victory over a highly technical grappler. If Ramon's looking to make a difference in this division, he is off to a great start. You know, that might be it. And Cinderfallen, I did see you come into the chat, and I appreciate you stopping by as well. Don't know how many of these you've been around for, but you know, I don't care to break character while I'm in a match, but always appreciate people coming by and watching the show. And yeah, you know, it might be the knee pads that is the difference maker. You know, he was walking around unprotected for a year straight. You know, now his legs are protected. And honestly, just seeing how few wrestlers wrestle without knee pads was kind of an oversight to not give most of the characters I've created knee pads in the first place. But that is neither here nor there, as we are keeping this show going, folks. And once again, we're a lower spot on the card than you are used to seeing Kurt London. But once again, Solarion and London trying to make waves in this tag team division, as Kurt London takes his protege on a world tour of the Blake's House, JPW, and Nick's Wrestling Organization locker rooms. And right now, they are going to be going up against an interstable team. That's right, it is going to be Frank Vista. It is going to be... excuse me. Dan Ramitin is going to be the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. And that match, it's right now. And as I said, Judgement Pro Wrestling's lighting and sound department sparing no expense as this light show is an absolutely spectacular display from two competitors that look to dazzle the crowd every way that they can. And all eyes on Jason Solarion as he is looking to make a name for himself in this company, but he is going to have to go through an established name in Frank Vista and a tough-as-nails powerhouse in Dan Ramitin. This match could go any which way. It is absolutely a clash of styles, no matter how you slice it up. Right now, Vista versus Solarion. It is technician versus just blue chip athlete in Solarion. Of course, you see the high flying Kurt London in that blue Gatorade corner. And the absolutely brute of a competitor, Dan Ramitin, in that orange Gatorade corner. Ooh, rolling double stomp, and Solarion already off to a fine start, drawing first blood in this contest. Big DDT. Vista just planted into the mat. Vista not just going to give you his leg, that pump kick pushing him off. Vista following a somewhat different trajectory from Ramon. Vista, initially a competitor in that mixed martial arts division, sought to make a name for himself in the Open Challenge Battle Royal format, and now has found himself on a very formidable tag team. Ooh, big leg lariat from Ramitin doesn't find its mark. Kurt London just too fast. Ramitin does not care how fast you are. You get slammed 6 feet down onto the mat, it is going to hurt you all the same. And that open hand chop just laying London onto his back. Just the power differential absolutely enormous in this contest. It is not as though Kurt London hasn't faced long odds before. Kurt London is a truly gifted competitor, but hold on, bringing his protege Solarion back into the ring. Solarion possibly chalking that one up to inexperience, did not pursue Ramitin to that orange Gatorade corner, allowing him to make that tag freely. And now a fresh Frank Vista into this match.
5 minutes gone.
Reverse into that roll-up, but again, you're going to have to wake up pretty early in the morning to get one over on Frank Vista. Just an expert technician. Oh my God, Dragon Screw leg whip, and a second one for good measure. Goes for a drop kick. It is sidestepped by Vista, and Ramitin now back into this contest. And Hold on. Just what has London got in store here? No, whatever it is, Frank Vista having absolutely none of it, and Dan Ramitin is absolutely amped in this orange Gatorade corner. And Vista and London just doing battle outside the ring. Solarion just sitting on the corner as Harada's count is at 12. Ramitin just too big, too strong, overpowering both members of this Judgment Pro Wrestling team. Hard 1-2 punch from Dan Ramitin, and still in control in this contest. Series of forearm smashes, and that's going to create some space to get back into his own corner. And Solarion once again just a little bit inexperienced in this tag team format. Applying a hold when two men in the ring. Ooh, picture perfect boot square in the chest. That's going to send Vista back to his own corner. Big tilt-a-whirl backbreaker and a guillotine draped right across the throat of Jason Solarion. And hold on, Ramitin going high risk. Big double knee drop off the top rope. And just crunching the knees of Solarion against the mat. Oh, hold on. Sandwich insecurity. Ramitin had absolutely nowhere to go. And momentum squarely on the side of the People's Champion in that Judgment Pro Wrestling locker room with Kurt London. A man that has endeared himself to the Blake's House fandom, to the Judgment Pro Wrestling fandom, and even to the Knicks Wrestling Organization fandom. As his charisma just absolutely palpable to anybody that has ever shared a ring with him. What has Kurt London got planned up here? Oh, thumb to the eyes, and that's going to create an opportunity for Vista. No! Rolls through, but only getting a count of 1. Suplex once, twice, and 3 amigos in the center of the ring. Goes for the mount and series of boots to the crown, and that's going to clear out that blue Gatorade corner as Solarion coming in to make the save. And hold on, Solarion now. That side headlock applied. Ramitin pushing him off. Once again, that power difference just too insurmountable. Big flying head scissors, and that's going to shoot him into that blue Gatorade corner. That is exactly where Solarion and London want Ramitin here. Hold on, no, back switch, and spin out backdrop, and Ramitin now in control, but applying that hold too close to that blue Gatorade corner, going to create an opportunity. Tornad kick to the back of the head, and there is the tandem offense this team needed. Back switch and double axe handle. And a series of boots to the lower back. Kurt London is done playing with this team. Slides through and big arm drag. Kurt London in complete control of this match. Shotgun dropkick square in the face. And some frequent tags to keep this team fresh. Unable to pursue. Ramming it into his own corner. And Solarion tagged twice in the face. Hold on, slides through here. God, absolutely devastating high angle dropkick. And now Mr. 5-Star himself going head-to-head with Frank Vista. European uppercut against forearm smash. Possibly setting up for some sort of springboard offense, but it looks like it may have been blocked by Ramitin there. And that is going to create an opening for this team, but no, hold on. Kamigoye, Kamigoye! As the knees of Mr. 5-Star absolutely devastating. And once again, Ramitin just getting fired up in his own corner. We're going high risk here. No, whatever it is. Big tornado DDT off the second. Diving elbow buried straight into the stomach here. And a guillotine. And just raking the face of Kurt London with those cowboy boots, that spinning backdrop. Ramitin has completely shifted the momentum of this match. Back switch, fires him into the ropes, goes for that flying hip attack. It is sidestepped. Leg lariat ducked as well. Both of these men avoiding their signature offense so effectively. Well, and that's going to clear out both corners, and a rabbit punch. Kurt London unable to protect himself. He didn't even see it coming. But neither did Dad Ramitin with that high angle backdrop to that upper back. Hold on. Flapjack and facebuster. Vista going for that double leg takedown. It is sidestepped by Solarion. Back switch from Vista and suplex once. Oh, hold on. Goes for another, but it is reversed by Mr. 5-Star himself. And absolutely devastating knee to the face, but Vista to his feet immediately. And we are going back to basics. Suplex once, twice, and 3 times in the center of the ring. Fires himself into the ropes, back switch again, but again, drop toe hold, protecting himself, and the little DDT in the center of the ring. As Solarion has attempted to shift the momentum, but Vista shutting him down once again. Fires himself into the ropes, back switch again, and once again, Solarion protecting himself from those devastating suplexes that Vista is so well known for. Big STO, and that's going to create some space to get back to his own corner.
Yes!
Step up Insagiri, but the legal man is Ramitin. Hold on. Destroyer from Kurt London. Kurt London is fired up here. Major miscue from Ramitin. Both men down in the center of the ring. Who will get to their feet first? Ramitin, but London just so close behind. Hold on. Oh my God. There it is. There is the mustache ride from Ramitin, and 3 count fall.
What's up?
Solarion. Looks like this match going to be elimination tag team format too. Can Solarion do it all by himself here? Devastating suplex, and well, that could be it right there.
You dumbass!
Big Insagiri from Solarion, and Mr. 5-Star going for that 5-star frog splash. But Ramitin springing to his feet. Solarion swinging wildly with that Insagiri, doesn't find its mark, and now he has got to deal with a fresh Frank Vista in this contest.
Are you ready?
Hold on, star shot from Mr. 5-Star. Cover 1, 2, 3 count fall, and we are down to, hold on, is this going to be it? Big spinning backdrop. Dan Ramitin, and Solarion looking strong here. Could possibly overcome this 2-on-1 situation. Goes for the cover, but hand on the bottom rope will break it up. Big reverse DDT. Dan Ramitin now in control. Series of shots, and Ramitin now getting fired up once again. Crushing the knees of Solarion against the mat. Those knees that have proven to be such effective offensive weapons. This time, Solarion's hand on the bottom rope, breaking up that pin attempt. Solarion fired into the ropes, and big back body drop, and once again, Ramitin playing to the crowd a little bit. And there it is. There is the mustache ride, the maneuver that eliminated Kurt London too. And no, only gets 2. Somewhere, Mr. 5-Star finding a second wind, and Dan Ramitin is not happy about it. 5-star frog splash. Both men getting their feet at roughly the same time. After that repeated assault on the legs of Solarion, that leg lock was enough to do him in. And damn good showing from both teams. Ramitin scoring both eliminations, but Solarion very nearly able to turn things around for this team. But couldn't quite do it by himself. But, yeah, Mr. 5-Star getting his first ever 5-star match, as evaluated by Big Dave himself. And yeah, like, that is an excellent series of priority attacks. Or actually, no, you can't priority to that. That just happens because of where they fall. Regardless, still very good. So, yeah, it is doing exactly what you want it to do, which is always a good thing in this game. Okay, I haven't dug into, like, I haven't actually opened them up and seen what his AI looks like. But yeah, you do love to see it when the game does what you want it to do. Because sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't for 4 hours straight. As you know better than most. But, let us go ahead and get things going here, as we have got a Battle Royal to attend to here. Let me see here. Gatekeeper Open Challenge, as the enforcer of Judgement Pro Wrestling going to be holding court in this JPW ring. We need to figure out who is going to be his opponent tonight. That means we need to call up 8 names in an over-the-top rope battle royal. And I'm going to go ahead and get the first name out of the way here. But this is the part where I reach out to you, the chat. Oh, yeah, it was. Definitely. This is the part where I reach out to you, the chat. So we can start calling some names up here. Oops. But I think without question, the uncrowned king of Judgement Pro Wrestling needs a spot on the card. And this was already a pretty full show from start to finish, unfortunately. He has to be in the Battle Royal. And you know what? I'm gonna call one more name myself. And then I will leave it to you guys, the chat, who sometimes have pretty good ideas. I think Maglo should get a spot in this one. And, I can absolutely do that. And you know what? I can not only do that, I can do both. Yeah. See? We're on the same wavelength here. Now, for any new people hanging out in the chat, this is not just our quote-unquote original characters. I do have an okay roster of real wrestlers, of fictional characters that you've heard of. Like, if there is somebody you want to see, I might have them. And that is also not to say that, if you are here, if you are a regular viewer here and want to see one of your favorite characters that might not have a spot on the show, yeah, I can do that. I've got a place I can put that in. Want to see Kenny Omega? We can absolutely get the cleaner himself. Unfortunately, this is going to be Kenny Omega 2017, but I think you can forgive that. Because Kenneth in 2017, pretty good wrestler as it turns out. And it's true, it is still Kenny. Let's see. And honestly, pretty uneventful in terms of, or pretty light in terms of requests. So, let me see. If that is the case, and while I've got the New Japan stable up, I am certain I have both. Hold on a second here. I am going to put in the man with the worst personality in the world, Minoru Suzuki. But, let me see. I'm pretty sure I have both Razor. If I don't have Razor, I definitely have Scott Hall. So let's get Scott Hall in there. You know what, GK? You've got a pretty good idea of who's on the card. If there is somebody else that you want to put a spotlight on, from your roster, I'd be cool with that too. Fat Albert? All right. Well, the people have spoken. They want more Fat Albert. And I could deny the people's requests, because sometimes the people have bad ideas. But, this is an okay idea. And Blake coming in at the very last second with that request. And we have 8 names that are going to be going head-to-head. One of these competitors is going to be going head-to-head with the enforcer of Judgment Pro Wrestling, the Gatekeeper. Well, let's not waste any more of your time. Let's find out exactly who that is going to be.
Fight! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It is already chaos in the ring. Competitors switching dance partners left and right. And I couldn't even begin to tell you who to watch out for in this match, as every single one of these competitors is a legitimate threat. Any one of these men could win. Any one of these men could go toe-to-toe with the Gatekeeper in a very competitive contest. But you've got to figure the man who wants it the most, JBIII, the uncrowned king of Judgment Pro Wrestling, but right now he is getting rolled over by Fat Albert. The ultra heavyweight himself, just absolutely flattening him. And right now, from at the lower portion of your screen, Maglo taking it to Kenneth Omega. But oh, hold on, switching dance partners, big double arm BDT. But I was going to say though, with respect to JBIII, a man that did not even have a spot on the card in his own stable's show. Got to figure he has got a chip on his shoulder and wants this win more than anybody else. Gigantic chokeslam, and Suzuki taking it to Scott Hall. No eliminations yet. Got to figure when they start coming, they're going to be coming fast, folks. But right now, Maglo going for that double arm BDT. No, back body drop, but Maglo still in the ring. And the educated feet of JBIII put to work here. Oh my God, it's absolutely devastating. Wouldn't think a man that is that big could move that fast, but Fat Albert proving everyone wrong as Maglo locking on that face lock to the Rapture. Hold on, STO and sweep. Here and big double arm DDT from Maglo. Hold on, just a moment here. Maglo absolutely flattened. I cannot even see the pinfall being attempted. There are just too many bodies in the center of the ring. I don't know how Mario is able to keep order in this match, or if order is even a possibility. Big leg lariat from Kenneth. Hold on, Magic Killer! Suzuki possibly trying to score an elimination on Baggy, but Joey Bag of Donuts protecting himself with that Enziguri. Hold on, cover 1, 2. Kenneth Omega nearly eliminated, and Maglo getting fired up now. And Floyd Bartholomew setting up for that big worm chop. And finds its mark. Still no eliminations yet. As I said at the start of this contest, all 8 competitors in this match, very serious threats. Any one of them could win, and every one of them is doing everything they can to pick up the victory in this contest. double arm DDT once again from Maglo, and hold on. The Rapture trying to set up that devastating power bomb right now. Golden Trigger from an unlikely duo of Kenny Omega and Fat Albert. As the Rapture attempting to submit Minoru Suzuki, the king of Pancrase himself, and that is a foolish endeavor if I have ever seen one. Hold on. Big reverse choke slam. And I absolutely cannot keep track of the bodies just flying around the ring in this match. As we are 10 minutes in, still no eliminations. Maglo already proving to us that he is capable of kicking out of that hold. But
You can't escape.
looks like Maglo and Bartholomew do not, or have some unfinished business with one another. Floyd Bartholomew pulling out that foreign object, trying to bust Maglo open. Rapture just flattening Omega, but the king of Pancrase, the man with the worst personality in the world, shutting him down with that slap to the face. At the top of your screen where the action is a little bit more manageable, Maglo going to take it to Joey Bog, and hold on. Joey kicking out almost instinctively before a 3 count. But Mario was on the other side of the ring, counting a different pinfall entirely. That is just the level of desperation Joey has got here. He wants to win. He needs this victory. Hold on, roll up out of nowhere, cover 2. 3 count fall, the first elimination is Joey picking up a pinfall victory over Kenneth Omega. Count 2, 1. And if that is any indicator of how badly Joey wants it, but Maglo just destroying Joey's dreams before they even had a chance. Hold on, what's going on in this orange Gatorade corner? Scott Hall and Bartholomew just battling it out. Scott Hall now fired into the corner turnbuckle. As Floyd Bartholomew just putting the boots to him, grinding them across the face. Series of chops to the back of the head. Hold on, Fat Albert now in control. Sit out, sit down, cover 2. No! Scott Hall getting a shoulder up at a critical moment. Bartholomew able to apply that choke a little bit longer as the referee was, hold on, Maglo sent over the top rope. That is going to be another elimination. And 3 of the fan favorites already eliminated early. This is still very much anybody's match. Scott Hall has a bone to pick with Suzuki. Possibly trying to score an elimination, but hold on to someone here. Bring him to the center of the ring. An absolutely devastating fall-away slam. Goes for that chokeslam. It is reversed into that flying armbar. The catch as catch can capabilities of Minoru Suzuki are absolutely spectacular. Hold on, Fat Albert going for that pin attempt. Scott Hall has been eliminated. And this is still anybody's match, folks. Sit out, sit down, cover 1, 2, 3 count fall. Suzuki has been eliminated. We are down to our final 3. To figure the match the people at home want to see is Enforcer versus Enforcer. The Rapture up against the Gatekeeper. But right now, Floyd Bartholomew looking to earn his shot back into the main event picture. And Fat Albert, the unlikely... Hold on, sit down, sit down. This could be elimination right here, 2. No, only 2.
Finish.
Fired into the corner, and Rapture getting fired up once again. Fat Albert completely out of gas here. An ultra heavyweight and 2 super heavyweights in the ring. Rapture going for that spear, and it is narrowly avoided by Floyd Bartholomew. Hold on a second here. Big jawbreaker. Bartholomew distracted by Fat Albert. Roaring lariat. Absolutely flattens Bartholomew, but a headbutt just crushing that bone skull of the Rapture. That could be it. No. Only gets 2. All 3 of these men just so supernaturally tough. It's going to be a war to get even one of these men out and over the top rope. That may not be the strategy here. The Rapture using Bartholomew's own weight against him with that stretch muffler. But Bartholomew hanging on somehow, some way, sticking it out in this match. Hold on just a minute here. The Rapture eliminating himself to take out Fat Albert. Floyd Bartholomew is your winner. Floyd Bartholomew will be facing the Gatekeeper. The Rapture possibly not interested in a match with the Gatekeeper on his own show. But certainly a matchup we will have to keep our eyes open for. But tonight it will not be the Gatekeeper going head-to-head with the Rapture. It will be the Gatekeeper going head-to-head with Floyd Bartholomew. We now know who the Gatekeeper's opponent will be. Let's see. Excuse me. And yeah, somebody definitely needs to clip that, because of all the ways that match could have ended, that was one of them. Absolutely was not expecting that to be the conclusion of that match, but in retrospect, that's how that match has to end. But I digress as we are moving things right along here. As the firm requested a match for Terrell on this JPW show. These men certainly up to something. I don't know exactly what it is, but the matchup we have got for you tonight, Terrell going to be going head-to-head. Hold on just a moment here. Going to be going head-to-head with Worzalla for big #1 contender shot implications, and let's just go ahead and get right into that match. Worzalla on a bit of a winning streak. He gets a victory over the former champion. This would do great things for him on his quest for Blake's House Gold. Getting fired up for the crowd here. And Terrell just has been harassed at every step from the Judgement Pro Wrestling stable. But right now, despite the fact that we are competing in the JPW arena, he's going back to fighting within the Blake's House Wrestling stable. Trying to fight his way back to the top. As that loss to Laz Cobb so many weeks ago was a total game changer, shook the landscape of Blake's House professional wrestling. And both of these men very interested in getting back to the top of that mountain. Well, Worzalla would be the first time at the top of that mountain. But certainly there is a reason the firm asked for this match. There is a reason they wanted Terrell all alone in the center of the ring on a Judgement Pro Wrestling show, but he's going to have to be looking over his shoulder constantly while fighting this mountain of a man in front of him. That is Worzalla, a man that has just been on an absolute tear in recent weeks. Big spine buster absolutely flattens him. Clubbing blow to the back. Worzalla setting up for that patented Worzalla elbow drop. But Terrell springing to his feet on instinct. He knows exactly how devastating that maneuver is. And with a big body press of his own, scoring a count of 1. Right now, both competitors just jockeying for position. Neither one wants to overextend too much here. Hard shot after hard shot. Terrell fired into the corner. Worzalla setting up for something now. But Terrell fighting his way out. No. Worzalla connecting with that double axe handle right to the top of the head. That size advantage Worzalla has here. Just that gravity-assisted double axe handle, and hold on. That's JBIII. Is this why the firm wanted this match? JBIII is back in a Judgement Pro Wrestling ring. And just putting the boots to Terrell Benjamin now. And hold on. Terrell throwing JBIII down to the mat. To the mat here, hold on. Lift and drop. Getting fired up for that patented Worzalla elbow drop, doesn't find its mark. And the 2-on-1 odds working against him. Hold on, JBIII now going back to the back, but the damage certainly has been done.
Yes!
Diving elbow off the top. And this has been exactly what the Judgement Pro Wrestling stable has been doing week in and week out. Terrell has been forced to overcome challenge after challenge, but hold on, Emerald Flosion, is that going to be enough? Cover 1, 2. No, it's not enough.
Yes!
Shot to the crown usually precedes that patented elbow drop. It looks like he's going to take a moment to breathe. That moment could cost him if Terrell sets up... No, just delivering a series of boots right to the chest. Terrell back in control in this match. Hold on. Blocking on that signature torture rack hold. That has been so very effective, but Worzalla, a patented hold of his own. 100 hands square in the chest, and Worzalla now signaling he is looking for the elbow. Slam to the mat, but no, it looks like he's not ready to hit it just yet, but that could cost him. Terrell getting back into this match. Backbreaker and body slam, and Terrell diving, buries an elbow square into the chest of Worzalla. Standing on his feet alone in the ring. Fires Terrell into the corner. Big sit-out lariat shaves of Macho Man Randy Savage, and here comes the patented elbow drop as he lays it out on Terrell, and oh my God, I don't know how Terrell got a shoulder up. Terrell back in control, that somehow kicking out of that hold. Again from Worzalla, but Worzalla is totally gassed, not used to fighting a match this long. Once again, lift and drop, but unable to capitalize, unable to deliver that signature hold that has ended match after match. And now Terrell back in the driver's seat and making Worzalla run the full length of this 20 by 20 twice over. A series of elbows to the face, but Worzalla just gasping for breath here. Well, once again, just trying to get this crowd behind him. This hostile JPW crowd. Hold on, suplex once, twice, and a third for good measure. Cover 1, 2. Still not enough. Two men absolutely going to war for one another. Terrell looking to climb back to the top of the mountain. Worzalla looking to get there for the first time ever, but they've got to get through one another to do it. Backbreaker body slam combination once again, and Terrell in control. Big belly-to-belly overhead suplex, and both men laid out on the mat. Worzalla to his feet first. Terrell close behind, fired into the ropes, and a massive headbutt, but Worzalla just unable to capitalize. This match taken so much out of him already, and a shot square in the jaw brings him to his knees. Signaling for that patented elbow drop. But Terrell springing to his feet once again. And hold on, Emerald Flosion plants him. Cover 1, 2, 3 count fall. And despite the interference, despite just how tough an opponent Worzalla is, Terrell has overcome every obstacle put in front of him and is victorious tonight. But JB3 is back, and appears as though he was very unsatisfied with the result of this match. He's going to be looking to compete in a match right now. But before that, I do want to cut to another video package that ran earlier on tonight's program with respect to our main event. Something going on with A-Man. Someone calling him out. Let me go ahead and run that video package one more time for you guys, and we can figure out exactly what is going on. As I said, JB3 very dissatisfied with the results of this match, and certainly plans on taking that out on someone.
Better watch your back, A-Man. After tonight, the whole of Blake's house, JPW, and the NWO will know that you're a fraud. 3 strikes.
And JB3 in his out of his suit for the first time, looking real jacked, brother. We'll have to see exactly who he is called upon as his opponent tonight, and that's... Is that who I think that is? That is... Yes, it is. That is legendary wrestler, the Brooklyn Brawler, a competitor that has had a 40-year, a career spanning 4 decades. But somehow I doubt JB3. Hold on. Brawler already targeting that covered up eye of JB3. A wily veteran that is Brawler, but hold on just a moment here. Winning the upper hand over briefly, but and this is certainly a more physical JB3 than we have seen. Over the course, we did see that he has been training week in and week out while he was rehabilitating that neck injury. And he is very interested in letting everyone at home know this is a stronger, faster, more athletic, more dangerous JB3. He puts the boots to the Brawler. And a series of hard shots. Right now, these two competitors going blow for blow with one another. And amazing display of power from JB3, just throwing Brawler halfway across the ring. This is an entirely different man we are seeing in the ring. Just the power, the physicality of JB3 now. Just Brawler continuing to target that eye patch of JB3, who goes for a cover. little bit arrogant with that boot to the chest, but and just a series of boots to the head here, and it's almost as if JB3 is just toying with Brawler at this point. Hold on just a minute here. Just flattens him with that jawbreaker, and now applying that chokehold. Dorada stepping in. He's got till the count of 5. And hold on a second. And pulling those brass knucks out of those tights there, but Brawler getting a shoulder off the mat. Brawler somehow finding a second win, goes for a cover, but close to the ropes, and this is all this is serving to do is make JB3 angry. So he again just applies the boots to the side of the head of the Brawler. And now JB3 just wrenching the legs, trying to pop that knee right out of its socket. Big ripcord lariat from the Brawler. Brawler trying to get back into this match any way that he can, but pump handle, power bomb, cover 2. And there is that inner strength, that fire from the Brawler that we have seen, as I said, over that 40-year career. A man that will fight on and against any and all odds, and JB3 is dazed here. JB3 has had enough of the Brawler, goes for a cover once again, and just putting the boots to his head quickly and repeatedly seemed to be the move for JB3 in this contest. And this is a totally changed man here. As you saw earlier in this match, just throwing the Brawler across the ring. He wants to make sure everybody at home, everybody in the locker room knows that he is a legitimate threat in the singles division. Also, GK, another dumb thing I learned today is when you turn on interference, you cannot pick which attire they come out in, as it turns out. Because I never got this attire in the, like, couple times that... Yeah. It of all the things this game... I'm going to start queuing up the next match while I take a brief moment to complain. Of all the things this game, like, gives you just real granular control over, your ability to manipulate interference is so limited, and it is such a shame. But, you know, it is what it is. So I did mention in the advertisement for this program, all of Judgement Pro Wrestling's major championships are on the line tonight. Now, what that means is the Chopshop Tag Team titles going to be defended against the Pearlman brothers. Of course, this is Chopshop rules, so no countouts, no disqualifications, Tornado Tag Team format. And that match, it's right now. Of course, the innovators of the Chopshop format surely at an advantage here. These two men got their start as bar brawlers, and they are going to use every trick in the book to pick up the victory in this match. And of course, how could you blame them? No disqualification, no countouts. They are absolutely at home in this format. Over on the other hand, the Pearlman brothers, a more traditional tag team. Hold on a second. Mr. Smith just slamming Brian to the mat. I figure they are going to be spending the first several minutes in this contest just getting used to maneuvering around the ring in this tornado tag format. Mr. Smith just burying his shoulder right into Josh Pearlman. And hold on just a minute here. Big pile driver, and the Firm in total control right now. Big boy senton from Ryan Pearlman here. To the back. Now Mr. Adams and Josh Pearlman slugging it out, and Ryan and Mr. Smith now going head to head. Mr. Smith gaining the upper hand with that side headlock. Big back body drop here. Neither side getting a truly decisive hold on this match. Despite the unfamiliarity in this tornado tag format, the Pearlman brothers doing an excellent job creating chaos, not allowing the Firm to get comfortable, as it were. And there's that patented double drop kick that the Pearlman brothers are so well known for. Hold on, it looks like Mr. Adams and Mr. Smith, hold on. No, Mr. Adams, he was distracted, and that's going to create an opportunity. Devastating lariat, but hold on, Harada going for that cover. Ooh, guillotine-like leg drop from Josh Pearlman here. a second now. Absolutely colossal power bomb. And Mr. Smith, if said just a few minutes ago, neither side able to establish control, well, the Firm have certainly done exactly that in the last several moments. Mr. Smith just continuing to lay out Josh Pearlman as Mr. Adams goes for the cover. Josh able to make the save at a crucial moment. Now Ryan Pearlman battling it out with Mr. Smith, trying to reverse the course of this match all on his own as he lays out both members of the Firm and sets his brother up in excellent position. Hold on, cover one, but only gets one. Why is the Firm now getting a near fall? Somehow Josh Pearlman able to get a shoulder off the mat, and this match will continue. Absolutely devastating big boot. And the Firm again standing tall in the ring, but the Pearlman brothers hold on.
10 minutes gone.
It's just an all-out war as these chop shop matches tend to be. So much chaos in the ring. Hold on. Mr. Smith leveled by that lariat, and Josh Pearlman now in control. Ryan Pearlman beating those 2-on-1 odds. Big neck breaker drop. Little too much chaos. Josh trying to deliver something off the top turnbuckle, but too many bodies moving around underneath him. Couldn't safely deliver that maneuver. Cover one. Oh no, only gets one. It's going to take more than that to put away the Firm in their own match, as a colossal fall-away slam from Mr. Smith plants Ryan Pearlman. Big swinging neck breaker. Adams fired into the corner. Hold on. Big sit-out powerbomb. Two. And gets two out of it. Hold on. Step up into Geary from Ryan Pearlman now. And just a series of holds. This time the Pearlman brothers able to make the save when it counts. Hold on. Oh my God, so close. One flash roll up, cover one. Mr. Smith was there to make the save, but Mr. Adams didn't need him. Getting a shoulder off the mat, and now Mr. Adams, devastating lariat. Adams and Ryan Pearlman just trading blows back and forth. The pace of this match starting to catch up with the Firm a little bit here, as it has been non-stop action for the past 15 minutes, and Mr. Adams looking to isolate one of the Pearlman brothers, and this is a tactic that has proven to be extremely effective in this format. Trying to create 2-on-1 situations that advantage your team as best as possible, and the Firm are experts at it. Once again, this time sending Ryan Pearlman to the outside, getting a 2-on-1 against Josh. Mr. Adams trying to draw some strength from this JPW crowd. Pearlman brothers finding a second wind. I don't know how they've done it. Big combo kick from Ryan Pearlman, and that may have saved the match. Mr. Smith possibly looking for that motion to slam. And once again, too many bodies underneath this orange Gatorade turnbuckle. Josh Pearlman uncomfortable going for that high-risk offense, but this big sit-out powerbomb, oh my God. Mr. Adams able to make the save at exactly the most crucial moment in this match. Mr. Adams coming in to save Mr. Smith. Big jawbreaker as a guillotine leg drop draped over the throat of Mr. Smith. On cover, 1, 2. Only gets 2. And the format of this match definitely working to the advantage of the firm, but I would say that the Pearlman brothers have absolutely become acquainted with this match type over the course of this match, as this could be it right here. The Pearlman brothers in complete control, but only getting a count of 2. Big sit-out powerbomb cover 2. Mr. Smith doesn't even see it, but Mr. Adams able to get a shoulder off the mat when it counts. Series of hard shots and a falling fist now. Oh my God, Mr. Smith just launching Ryan Pearlman across the ring. And the firm now, I want to say back in control, but Ryan Pearlman with that side headlock able to shut this team down just for a moment. Absolutely devastating clothesline. Big backdrop. Mr. Adams and Mr. Smith both just laying waste to the Pearlman brothers. And it is absolutely anybody's match. Hold on, roll up out of nowhere. If Ryan Pearlman able to run interference exactly long enough to provide a distraction. Very nearly able to score a pinfall victory right there. And the Pearlman brothers now in control. Big boy senton from Ryan Pearlman. Absolutely going to come down to who can create that 2-on-1 situation, who can set up a situation where their opponent's partner is unable to come in and make the save. That is going to be the difference maker. Hold on, amazing display of athleticism and a toe kick for good measure, as Josh Pearlman is showing the firm that he means business. Major miscue, and again, this format working against the Pearlman brothers. It's not used to so many bodies moving around the ring the way they are. That may have cost this team an opportunity. Big double power bomb from the firm. Mr. Adams, Mr. Smith doing another one for good measure. On goes for the cover, but it is broken up, and on what has Josh Pearlman got planned, whatever it is, it was interrupted. Pearlman brothers getting in each other's way a little bit here in this corner. Firm having no such issues. As I said, the innovators of the Chopshop tag team format certainly experienced with all this chaos in the ring. Oh my God, absolutely devastating clothesline from Mr. Adams, but Mr. Adams is not finished. Big guillotine off the top, goes for the cover. Mr. Adams doesn't see it. Mr. Smith somehow getting his shoulder up, but Josh Pearlman has made this man bleed, and the Pearlman brothers once again in complete control. 3 count fall, and a guillotine off the top for good measure. The Pearlman brothers are victorious, and we have new Chopshop Tag Team Champions. That one absolutely could have gone either way at any moment. But, damn, that was a damn good finish. But, let us keep this show rolling here. That's coming up next, the Gatekeeper Open Challenge. And we now know exactly who the Gatekeeper is going to be facing in tonight's contest. So let us not waste any more of your time, folks. We're going to see 2 big men just going head-to-head in the center of the ring. Unstoppable force, immovable object. Who will come out on top? And that match, it's right now. And
It's been a long, long time since I found my way around. All these thoughts in my mind, I'm so.
Are you ready?
this is going to be the second open challenge attempt that Bartholomew has made in the last month here. And Bartholomew having a bit of a history with the Judgement Pro Wrestling stable, as he was contracted by the firm to send a message to Terrell, and handing Terrell his only loss in the last month as well. Bartholomew certainly shining brightly in that Knicks Wrestling Organization locker room. A win here would be an absolute coup. The Gatekeeper, a man that has slammed the door shut on greater opponents than this before, and we will see if he is able to do so once again to Floyd Bartholomew. Big spinning forearm smash, but Bartholomew able to escape it. His size betrays his agility, but clubbing blow to the chest is avoided, and here comes Bartholomew once again. Watch that worm chop. And didn't get all of it, but got enough as he delivers that worm chop to the legs of the Gatekeeper, and he may be targeting them as well.
Ready?
And Bartholomew off to a fine start in this match, delivering a big elbow right to the back of the Gatekeeper. But the Gatekeeper rising to his feet, a man that is a mountain of muscle, undeterred. Precision haymaker from Bartholomew. Lift and Ushigoroshi planting the Gatekeeper right on the back of his head.
5 minutes gone.
Sit out and sit down, but the Gatekeeper foot on the bottom rope.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Get up! Get up!
The Gatekeeper's struggling
Finish!
with Bartholomew here. He has yet to really get started here, and that has been
Whoa!
just a staple of Bartholomew's matches. He really excels when he is able to cut off his opponent's momentum, prevent them from really getting started, and he's looking to do that over the course of this match. Big elbow drop, buries it square in the chest, cover 3 count fall. And Bartholomew once again picking up the victory over the Gatekeeper. And Floyd Bartholomew, once again, his star is rising in absolutely unfathomable ways. Picking up a decisive victory over the enforcer of Judgement Pro Wrestling. Alright, I am also fucking shocked, to be clear, if I'm gonna break character for a minute. This is the same Floyd Bartholomew, yeah, that went 30 minutes with Maglo, and then just absolutely obliterates Terrell in like 5 minutes, and then also like has a pretty decisive victory over the Gatekeeper in 6. This character is weird. Because I can say, for certain, I have done nothing to change the character in those last 3 matches. But I digress. As we do have to keep this show rolling here. And although this is not a Judgement Pro Wrestling Championship, we promise to you that this championship will be defended every week, and this week is no exception. And the Judgement Pro Wrestling offices had an excellent idea for who would be challenging this week. Of course, we saw just a couple weeks ago, we started out with a tournament to determine the #1 contender of the Judgement Pro Wrestling Championship. 4 men entered that bracket. 1 man is going to be in your main event tonight, but the other 3 are challenging for the King of Fighters television title. That means JJ Mondo, means John Newton. That means the swashbuckler himself, Shawn Satchwell. Going to be going head-to-head with this team of Hans Hurtem, Devon Ramos, and El Idolo. And that match is right now. This is that Mixed Wrestling Organization team that has been just absolutely dominant in recent weeks. Besting the Blake's House All-Star team. Besting the union of people that you ought to respect, son. Ah, we are still Tornado Tag rules. I could have sworn I turned that off. Let me address that real quick. We can do a take 2 here, because this is going to be a fucking nightmare with Elimination and Tornado. So, give me a moment here. Which is unfortunate, because I did, I feel like I sold this match pretty well, and we're going to not make the same mistake twice. We will, in fact, turn on, or we will re-enable this. Okay, yeah, I didn't turn this off, I turned everything else off. That'll do it. I'm going to leave entrances on. It's not too much of a extra hassle. But, alright, well, take number 2. The losers of this JPW number 1 Contenders Tournament versus this Knicks Wrestling Organization Trios team that have been dominant for the past several weeks. And that match, for real this time, it's right now. Knicks Wrestling Organization team just so dominant in recent weeks. But make no mistake, this Judgement Pro Wrestling team, they may have been the losers of that number 1 Contenders Tournament, but all 3 of them very legitimate singles threats, but we'll have to see how well they gel as a tag team. John Newton, of course, a seasoned tag team competitor, but has never tagged with JJ Mondo, has never tagged with Shawn Satchwell. Looks like JJ bringing Satchwell into this match early. Hans Hurtem just so effective. Oh no. Sidestepping that leg lariat there, and it's like this Knicks Wrestling Organization team bringing in the world's tallest cruiserweight, the submission specialist that was the first man. Ah, neat. You wanna do a take 3? We can do a take 3. We're not even 5 minutes into this match, and it's gonna go. You know these go long. All right. Yeah, I keep forgetting that that defaults that off when you do Tornado Tag, because I do Tornado Tag so infrequently. Which is another, like, weird quality of life thing in this game. It was Scott Hall that said that in pre-tapes. Yep, take 2. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this start match button after I set it for the title. And I'm going to grab something to drink, because this is the 3rd time we've seen these entrances. But I'm going to grab something to drink, and I'll be right back, hopefully by the time the match starts. And no, unfortunately, when you are holding a belt, you are color locked when you are defending that belt, which sucks, but that is another like weird thing about this game. Yeah, it is a weird thing this game does, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit the button, and I'm gonna grab something to drink. I will be right back. This Knicks Wrestling Organization team been so dominant in recent memory, besting the Blake's House All-Star team, besting the union of people that you ought to respect, son. But right now they're going head-to-head with a team of 3 legitimate contenders in the Judgement Pro Wrestling singles division. This will be the first time they've tagged together. We're going to have to see if that is a factor in this match. Big back elbow from JJ Mondo, swinging with those metal arms of his that are so very dangerous. Here comes the submission specialist, the world's tallest cruiserweight, Devon Ramos. Looks like JJ gonna bring in Satchwell to deal with world's tallest cruiserweight, and big sit-out lariat from the swashbuckler, and those clubbing blows already doing a ton of damage. Big dragon screw leg whip. Ramos, the first man that has ever tapped out Ramon in Blake's House wrestling history, looking to work the legs of Satchwell, and Idolo picking right up where Ramos left off. And the only member of this team with tag team experience is going to be John Newton. I take that back. JJ Mondo has competed for the Trios title once before with a team of Pockets and Slick Rick, but the only regular tag team competitor, John Newton, and he seems to be holding his own quite well in the ring with El Idolo. Big sandwich enziguri from this Knicks Wrestling Organization team. Rolls through cover. One, no, not even one. Newton has a lot more left in the tank than that, as Hans Hurtem tells him to eat the feet. And a dragon screw leg whip of his own. This whole team targeting the legs.
5 minutes gone.
Setting up for Ramos's submission specialist. Oh, hold on. Big lift and drop right on his neck, but Ramos springing back to his feet. But JJ Mondo more than willing to plant him back on the mat as many times as it takes. You cut them once and they keep fighting, then you've just got to keep cutting them. JJ Mondo battling it out with Hans Hurtem and plants him to the mat once again. And that level of disrespect in the orange Gatorade corner has cleared out that Knicks Wrestling Organization apron and has created an opportunity for Hans Hurtem to reverse the course of this match. And Dragon Screw leg whip once again, continuing to rack up damage on the legs of these competitors, going to create an opening for Ramos later in this contest. Right now, the Swashbuckler bringing this fight back to the blue Gatorade corner. Satchwell shooting Ramos into the corner, and big lariat crushing the throat of Devon Ramos. Cover 1, 2. Gets a count of 2. Ooh, hold on, cover. Ooh, not even 1. Satchwell running the length of the ring and crushing lariat to the throat, and big atomic drop, but there's that catch-as-catch-can wrestling ability of Devon Ramos, locking on that Kimura hold. Both Satchwell and Ramos going to their own corners here, but hold on just a moment here. Big double power bomb on the way out for good measure. Cover 1, only getting 1. Like I said, all 3 members of this Judgment Pro Wrestling team, no more than 2 weeks ago, thought they would be competing for the Judgment Pro Wrestling title. Got to figure all 3 of them extremely frustrated and looking to take that out on this Knicks Wrestling Organization team. Ooh, rolls through with that armbar, but Satchwell able to escape. The strength of those arms, absolutely tremendous. And Satchwell making sure to remind you of that with that big lariat as he travels 20 feet across the ring to do it. Satchwell getting fired up now. Looks for that double knee drop, misses. Possibly distracted from... Hold on just a moment here. Roll up, cover. Ooh, not even 1. Put a flash into that camel clutch, trying to break Satchwell's back, make him humble. It will send him back to his own corner and bring a fresh Shawn Newton into this match. Looks like this team may be saving JJ Mondo, fan favorite of the Judgment Pro Wrestling stable, but right now, Newton in control, locking on that step over toe hold face lock. And Hans Hurtem in trouble. Once again, that orange Gatorade corner cleared out. And Ramos just applying some punishment to John Newton for having the audacity to lock on a hold in front of him. Big moonsault cover 1. Ooh, but only getting 1. On big double suplex, lays out Hans Hurtem, and now Idolo and Satchwell fighting it out. So dangerously close to that orange Gatorade corner, and that's going to create an opportunity for Idolo as a big twisting shooting star off the top rope. Yoshitane cover 1, 2. Oh my God, so close. But JJ reminding everyone in the ring and everyone at home exactly who he is, as Satchwell bringing JJ Mondo into this match. And hold on just a minute here. Big destroyer from Idolo. Springboard moonflip boot right to the head and goes for the roll-up cover, but doesn't even get 1. And those metal fists colliding with the back of Idolo's head, and again laying him out with those devastating punches. But Idolo using that speed and agility, able to get back to his own corner, bringing Hans Hurtem back into this match. And a devastating cutter flattening JJ Mondo, but JJ has a lot more gas in the tank. JJ now roaring lariat, and a big enziguri from Hurtem now trying to reverse course. Rip cord, or whatever it was, it wasn't enough As JJ able to escape that corner. Big backdrop, but Newton able to escape that big knife edge chop. But hold on, roll up cover, but foot on the bottom rope. Big double vertical suplex from this Judgment Pro Wrestling team, and now a running knee drop for good measure, but unable to prevent Hurtem from getting to his own corner. That is going to set Ramos up quite nicely as that powerbomb and cutter combination has given, oh my god, big double moonsault and 3-count fall. First elimination is going to be going to this Knicks Wrestling Organization team. Cover 2. Oh, not quite enough to get this back here. And Ramos now picking up a submission elimination of his own. Satchwell is going to have to do it all by himself. He applies those holds so expertly. Picks the leg. And Satchwell just so close to that bottom rope, but can't quite reach it. Right now, the numbers game just working to the Knicks Wrestling Organization team's advantage. As Satchwell trapped in the ring, trapped in this orange Gatorade corner. And hold on, Yoshi Tonic, this could be it. Cover 1, 2, 3-count fall. This Knicks Wrestling Organization team just so extremely effective. Once again, coming into the Judgment Pro Wrestling arena and coming out victorious. But we have got one more match for you guys tonight, folks. That is our main event match. Josh Kaiser, the man that did win that #1 contenders tournament, has earned his way to the top. Some might say he stole it. Stole a spot from the Judgment Pro Wrestling locker room. But whatever the case may be, he is the man that is going to be facing the longest tenured champion in Blake's House Wrestling history. Will his reign end tonight? Will Josh be able to do what no man has been able to do before? Or will a man come out on top? Well, we are going to find the answer to that right now. For their champion and for their fans here at the JBIII Arena. Winning this championship almost a year ago, he has never been pinned or submitted. We'll just have to see what Josh has to say in the matter, but right now, these two men just slugging it out and The size advantage already working in A-Man's favor, but Josh fighting on here. Trips him with that punch, but A-Man just walks right through it. And just amazing display of power, just throwing Josh across the ring and now applying that Boston Crab here, but Josh springing to his feet immediately. He knows the stakes of this match. Once again, just that gorilla press, tossing Josh down to the mat. Dragon screw leg whip. And now these two men just jockeying for position. Both men missing with their best shot with that roaring lariat and that precision haymaker, neither connecting, but A-Man now locking on that dragon sleeper. Josh able to escape, but only barely. Shot suplex, it is blocked, and now A-Man sending Josh to the outside and getting hyped up in front of this Judgment Pro Wrestling audience. And again, that gorilla press. A-Man very nearly 7 feet tall with his arms extended. You can make that 8.5. That is a long way down for Josh to fall. Somehow he keeps getting back to his feet. These two men just battle it out in the ring now. And Josh getting the upper hand. Those dynamite right hands of his and a big double stomp off the top. Josh is getting fired up. Ghost shot Enzuigiri is sidestepped by A-Man, and A-Man cutting off his momentum. Just squashing it with that monstrous lariat. Hold on just a moment here, folks. Josh spinning out and taking A-Man down. A-Man now trapped in this hold, getting a hand on the middle rope. And once again to his feet. These two men just battling it out here. Series of punches. Josh doing everything he can to keep A-Man at bay, and A-Man just lays him out once again with that colossal lariat. Hold on. Big lift and drops him to the mat, but A-Man possibly showing some sign of weakness here, struggling to get back to his feet. And hold on, big back elbow. Josh rolling out of the way. This crafty competitor has frustrated the Blake's House locker room for years and now doing the same to A-Man. Hold on, roll up, cover. Ooh, but hand on the bottom rope. Absolutely devastating choke slam. Cover now. A-Man 1, 2. Oh my God, so close. Absolutely devastating brainbuster. I use colossal, devastating, tremendous so frequently, but everything A-Man does is all that and more. There is a reason he has been a champion this long, as another monstrous lariat flattens Josh to the mat, and another one for good measure. A-Man now running the ropes, going for that big body press that he has finished so many matches with. Side headlock blocked into a back body drop. Goes for it here. This could be it. This could be another victory. Oh my God, no. Still not enough. Josh continuing to fight on. Oh my God, that punch absolutely devastating, but no. A-Man doesn't think it was enough. Pele kick. Josh still in it somehow. Big leaping vertical suplex. Josh starting to get fired up here. Precision haymaker lands right in the face. And standing C4. Josh now starting to get fired up. He applies this sleeper hold. And A-Man struggling to escape the hold. Like I said, Josh has confounded the Blake's House locker room for years. It is time for the Judgment Pro Wrestling locker room to experience the same. And another leaping brainbuster, but A-Man is to his feet first. And a big boot to the back of the head, absolutely shutting Josh down, and another running body press. These two men going to war with one another. on a second. Josh, brainbuster to the outside. And Josh, hold on. What the hell has Josh got planned? Oh my God. Tope con hero.
5, 6,
And both of these men, neither man getting back into the ring. This fight will continue on the outside.
11, 12,
I believe this has just become personal for A-Man if it wasn't already.
16,
A-Man now, once again, that amazing display of power, and he is signaling he is about ready to finish Josh here. Big double stomp off the top, going high risk once again, and buries a back elbow right into the small of Josh's back. Josh now getting fired up himself, and hold on. What the hell is he doing here? What is the wrestling machine from the year 2100 doing in this ring? As if I had to ask, the Cyborg has been a thorn in A-Man's side week in and week out. And a clubbing blow. A-Man now 2-on-1 situation. The tables have certainly turned. If they were not already in Josh's favor, they absolutely are now. As these 2-on-1 odds are just so difficult this late in the match. Hold on, though. That slam has ended matches time and time again, but no. Guillotine, leg drop, hold on now. Blue Thunder bomb, cover 1, 2, 3 count fall. We have a new Judgement Pro Wrestling champion. And I don't know what the Cyborg's issue with A-Man is, but that was certainly the third strike alluded to earlier on tonight's program. And hold on, just want to... My feed is... Something's gone...
JPW faithful, your ex-champion is a fraud. A-Man isn't quite the man you thought he was. A-Man has shammed you all into believing he is a legitimate powerhouse.
Cool. You love to see it. Let me see here. Because I was planning on just, like, having that be the, like, close. Yeah, I did notice the sound cut out. What I can do... Hold on. I can create a scene and just capture it with, just capture it in... Or capture my VLC media player, I guess. Let me see. Let me see here. Window capture. Let me see. Is that VLC? That sure is VLC. Cool. Yeah, there's got to be something going on wrong with... something going on wrong with OBS, like trying to capture those files. So I will play both of them. Let's see. So yeah, this was the one. Let me see. So this was supposed to open the show. Let me see. Oh, is it also not Oh, I see. Yeah, hold on. Let me turn that on. Yeah, and let me also mute Fire Pro. Let's see. Open volume mixer. Let me mute this. And unmute this. And now we can do this thing. Nope, still... Oh, I see what's wrong here. Let me see. I can fix that also. Let's see, that's audio out. And the problem is, it's sending that to my headphones. So now this will actually play.
Better watch your back, man. After tonight, the whole of Blake's house, JPW, and the NWO will know that you're a fraud. 3 strikes and you're done.
So yeah, would have been much more effective if that played at the open of the show, and then this was supposed to play immediately following the match. But we have kind of pissed all over that.
JPW faithful, your ex-champion is a fraud. A-Man isn't quite the man you thought he was. A-Man has shammed you all into believing he's a legitimate powerhouse worthy of the championship. Instead, he's been using his cybernetically enhanced body to decimate his opponents. A-Man will never be the champion again. And now, I'm coming for him. Time for a downgrade.
Let's see. Alright, and so let me do our post-show match, and then we can kind of complain about all the shit that went wrong over the course of this program, because boy did a lot of things go wrong, as it turns out. Let's see. Alright, cool. I'm very okay with Cesaro. And Jushin Liger, I am also very okay with Liger. This was a real easy one, guys. Yeah, this would have been a good match. So yeah, so as I mentioned, so I suppose like it is not a secret to people that have been watching for a while that because interference is really fucked up in this game, like you just have no control over when it happens. In a match where interference will happen, I pre-tape those matches. However, to get the Cyborg to interfere in the championship match, that like legitimately took me about 3 hours before it did what I wanted it to do. To get JBIII to interfere in Terrell's match, so as you pointed out, he came out with the wrong attire. So the first time that JB3 interfered, I thought I put the wrong JB3 in a stable with Worzalla to trigger the interference because he came out in the suit that time. I did it again. He came out in a suit, and granted, this was not back to back. This was also over a pretty long period of time. And then he came out in a suit again. Like, he never came out in his regular ring gear. Which is extremely irritating. And once again, just another thing that you do not have control over. The video's going wrong. I genuinely don't understand why they're not playing sound. Particularly when like, you can plainly see, like, hey, I've got an MP4 file running at the start of my show to be the like the entrance video, and those pre-tape matches are also like MP4 files that like OBS can just find that file and use it. So I don't understand why the files are fucky for these. But there is a reason why I am not in like real ass video production for a professional television program. Well, I suppose the real answer to that is, hey, if I were running a real wrestling show in real life, one, the talent would not just decide not to interfere in matches where I want them to interfere. And two, I would have more advanced video editing software than open broadcast software 17.0.2. So, but whatever the case may be, a lot of shit went wrong in the production of today's show. Despite that, it was a good show. Like, the matches were good. Like, the first tag team match, to be clear, 100% accidental that it was an elimination match. However, the story that elimination match told kind of helps us move the ball on the thing we're trying to do in the background with Solarion. So that ended up working out even better. Let me see. And honestly, that match in general was just very good. It was very amusing. I didn't actually... Oh, yeah, definitely. I didn't realize just how much of Brooklyn Brawler's offense was eye rakes, which did make JBIII's like injured eye like as a spot to be targeted very amusing. And also the Pearlman Brothers versus the Firm, like that match had no right to be as good as it was, because I legitimately thought, you know, like, they're high flyers, like, I don't know how well they're gonna fare in this format. But no, that match also kicked ass. So, the production side, less than ideal, but the actual content of the show was solid. You are absolutely correct, they can. However, like, high flyers in real TLC matches, like, do not have, like, weird pathing issues where they can't find their opponent. I guess is kind of, like, more what I was worried about. No, I will try. I will see if updating it fixes it. What I am concerned about updating it is that going to break some other shit I'm using? But I suppose if the shit I am already using is broken, like, re-fucking with my settings probably isn't the worst thing that could happen. Because, yeah, I'm on 17 point something, and I think they're in 18 point something now, so, like, I'm a full version behind. Damn. They Brainbuster off the top. But, yeah, that is all shit that I will, like, legitimately try and figure out what the plan is for, like, try and figure out, like, how to more reliably make those videos not fuck up. Honestly, I think, like, JB3 in a suit, but with the eye patch, would be fine. Because, like, alright, yeah, sometimes he is going to, like, still do work as a manager. But, right now, I'm going to find something else for you guys to watch. So let me handle that. Oops, that's not what I wanted to click on. Gotcha, that makes sense. Let's see, who is streaming right now? Ah, looks like Blake is streaming. So I think I'm going to throw you guys at Blake. Is really curious. Like, I set Nightbot's timer to be way more frequent. I think it only ran once on, oops. Hold on. Once on today's show? I see what I've done wrong there. Well, that's fine, because I guess the link was also broken, which is very cool. Yeah, it only ran once, and, like, I think I set it to, like, 10 chat messages in 15 minutes or something like that, and we sure as hell had a lot more than that pass, like... But that's okay, because the link was also broken. So I was going to talk about that before I went off air. Let's see. So let me first just link this guy right here in the chat. So we are going to be, well, I use we lightly. Quarantine Report is running a multi-game event over this upcoming weekend. I believe 65 games by my last count. It's an all-free online tournament. However, there is things you can do in the participation of this tournament that can generate some money for them. They are raising for COVID relief. If you go to that link, the challenge link, it will have a Google Docs page with information just kind of about their whole deal, what their games are, when their games are. Let's see here. And this matters to me because I will be running the Def Jam Fight for New York bracket. That is going to be on Saturday. So the Sunday stream is still on. You'll be able to tune into wrestling next week. However, that being said, please do check out that game list. Like I said, it is a free online tournament over, looks like 70 games now. represented, I am sure there is something on that list you would like to play. But I guess before I wrap up, we'll do our regular closing. If you liked what you saw tonight, if any new people came in and, hey, saw this is a real-ass wrestling show with storylines that progress week to week, and you want to see more of this, we do this every Sunday night right here. Sundays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/MondayCindy. Additionally, we do a NHL 20 exhibition that is also sort of a podcast on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/MondayCindy. Myself and my good friend Heavy Kira, we play NHL 20. He's going to lie to you and say we're good at that game. I won't lie to you. But what I will say is the matches are competitive, and there's usually a pretty good discussion about whatever happens to be on our mind that particular week. Additionally, I have started Night in the Woods again, which is my favorite game, and am going to try to make a commitment to stream some more of that over the next couple weeks. But only thing I can tell you is it's not going to be on Sundays, it's not going to be on Tuesdays, and it's not going to be on Wednesdays. But other days maybe. But I believe that is going to be all. I'm going to go ahead and throw you at Blake. He appears to be playing Gran Turismo. Let's see. And this channel intended for mature audiences, so I hope y'all can handle that. But yeah, we'll catch you guys down the road. Let's see.